rocpodcasts.com.
AirWreckRadio.
Oh, it's so awful. You're going to love it.
Well, here they come again. They heard that things were happening. With mics in front of faces, their lips begin a flapping. They talk about world and local news reports, and even Steph Mickles, cause she's a doggy whore. Corey says, man, it's a goddamn joke. Corruption is abundant and the POTUS is a hoax. Stacy says,
Man, I'd like to act, but Americans are lazier than most, that's fact.
so go get a bowl, a spoon, and some cereal, and sit your ass down. It's time for AirWreckRadio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking, and thank you for choosing AirWreckRadio. We'd like to apologize in advance if there's any inconvenience caused, but we're going down.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome to episode 29 of what is known as Which to Be AirWreckRadio.
What the fuck kind of accent was that? I don't even know. It's like number 25 mixed with some fucking epileptic kid twitching away.
I kind of felt like the salesman from the beginning of the Aladdin.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
He thinks Julian Fries will not play. Like usual, we are recorded live from the Hideaway Brewery Studios, fake radio doing fake reads for real beer.
This week's beer is a mixture of Molson Canadian for Corey and coffee for me. And
I also see something else over there.
yes, AirWreckRadio, where you drink Evan Williams from a Jack Daniels glass.
Classy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we do things. Classy.
You got it. What day is it?
I almost forgot. See, thank you,
did.
sir. I forgot to put it in my notes. It is the 25th day
I don't think that's true. I might be wrong.
of November
Doesn't matter anyway.
in the year 2013.
Thanksvember.
Spanksvember?
Thanksvember. No, not Spanksvember. That's next month.
I kind of like Spanksvember.
No, that's Spanksember. Because, you gotta, you don't want coal, so you gotta get your spankings instead.
I was going with Spank you very much. Like, thank you very much. Spank you very much. No?
Man.
Okay.
This, I like this character, but you gotta work on him a little bit.
This fell flat out. This was going to be an epic opening. I had it all planned out. I forgot the date. My character sucks, apparently.
You wanna start over?
Oh, God, we're not doing that again this week, dude. Listen to us and all of our pod people friends.
Pod people.
On
Taste like pod, talk like people.
rocpodcasts.com. Feed's also available on iTunes and Stitcher. I stole the pod people thing from Mike Paris, who was the guest on Sports Rack, an episode not about sports. He calls us the pod people.
Did he ask, so what are pod people, or did he know?
I had already given him this answer a while ago, so by the time he got there, he'd known that we were pod people. He had heard of pod people, he just didn't quite get it.
Pod people.
And then once you tell them, they're like, oh, well, that seems silly, like anybody could do it. Oh, shit. They're on to us.
We forgot to say our names.
Well, yeah, I forgot that part, too.
Damn.
God damn it, my notes are all off this week.
Welcome to the show where shit doesn't go as planned.
Ever.
Ever.
It never goes right, ever.
Maybe if we spend some time planning, ever. Things might go as planned.
Show prep? What the fuck is that? Who does that? You know who does that? Have you ever heard of Sounds of Tomorrow podcast?
Do they?
It's just some of their shorties where they're just bantering, but they're big productions. They've done a lot of show prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could just take notes past intro. Maybe script an intro might help.
I usually just take notes for my intro. No, I don't want to script an intro because I don't want it to be perfectly identical every time.
It has been until recently. It was like a formula.
I know, that's why I kind of broke it up a little bit.
Oh, I see. All right. Well,
I kind of changed the order of things. Sometimes you forget something.
You podcast with an escalator who then broke it up even more before you realized that just because you can derail a train doesn't always mean you should.
You had something about ROC Podcast?
ROC Podcast. So, ROC Podcast is run by Vinny Paulino, and Vinny also does Shoot to Thrill Podcast, which is an awesome podcast, and it's on right now. So, honestly, stop listening to us and start listening to them right now because you'll never get another chance.
What? It's a podcast.
Yeah, if you're still there, disregard that.
You're an asswipe.
You're the smart people who understand how a podcast works. You can get them at, I think they have a website called shoottothrill.com, but they certainly have a Facebook for Shoot to Thrill. And you can definitely get them at rocpodcasts.com. This week, on their bit, Creep of the
iTunes
Week.
and Stitcher.
iTunes
and Stitcher.
Oh, also those things. Not Stitcher. Not separately.
I think ROC Podcast is on Stitcher.
ROC Podcast is, but not...
Shoot to Thrill's not separate? No. Okay. Well, AirWreckRadio is.
This week on their Creep of the Week feature, which is, I love this bit that they do. They basically read you 5 creepy stories, and you choose which one was the creepiest. And one of the creepy stories on this week's show was about a guy who posted a picture of child porn on the internet on, like, Picasa or something like that, or Pinterest maybe.
All right.
Yeah, dumbass. So
fucking moron.
Thank God for stupid creeps, because they are way easy to find. So obviously the next logical step was the police got a warrant and searched his house, and they found 130 pictures of child porn on his devices. And they charged him and convicted him for 130 separate counts of possession of child porn. And I thought immediately, if you have videos...
Child porn?
No, if you have videos of child porn, you should be charged at a frame rate.
At a frame, like per frame?
Per frame. Yep. Each one of those frames
is a
picture.
photo.
Yeah.
Is a still. It's not even a bad... I mean,
if you're going to charge this guy like that, and then it should be, still frame. Because, like, honestly, child porn, there's nothing good about that. There's nothing there. Don't do that. And if you do that, Jesus Christ, don't post it on Pinterest, you fucking idiot. So, yeah, Shoot to Thrill Podcast. Listen to them. They talk about stuff like that, and they do it hilariously.
Hilariously. Low-lariously?
Mm-mm.
No? Hilariously? That's all you got?
Yep.
You said you had a buttload of news, so why don't we just do whatever little quick snippets, little tasty nuggets that you have. Let's get those right out of the way. What? No? You don't want to? That's what I thought we were doing now.
Did you have no more banter?
No, I'm out of banter. I have nothing to banter about.
This is a show hosted by a guy who's got
nothing
solid
to say.
minutes of banter.
I had nothing to say. My life sucks.
Oh, stop it. Jesus. All right, it's time for Stacy Shrinks Corey. Go. No? You don't want to do that?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Let's get right down to the root of my personality.
I already was, sir.
That's fuck you. No, I got nothing for banter. Do you have anything interesting?
I started watching a new show on Hulu.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You did say you were watching something on Hulu.
I did. I started watching a show. It was advertised at me. It's called Misfits.
Okay. Never heard of it.
It's you wouldn't have. It's not on like American TV. It's a British show.
Okay.
It's about these 5 20-somethings who are doing community service, enforced community service, when a bizarre storm strikes the city of wherever they are, in England somewhere.
A bizarre storm rolls in through the land.
And they find themselves with superpowers, and this show is hilarious. It's not like it's not necessarily a comedy, but it's got some laughs. It's definitely got some good laughs.
I am comedically in. Goddammit. You had me at superhero.
Yeah. They're not quite superheroes. They have superpowers.
Oh,
There's one kid's like super duper creepy, and he has the ability to turn invisible, but only when nobody's looking at him.
That's helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, like, all you have to do is he can't like do it on the spot right now. But if nobody's looking, if there's no pressure on, he can totally be invisible. It's not like, and then he's invisible if you begin to look. It's
you just can't start the process when you're looking.
Right. But there's a chick who's got
stage fright.
Yes, he's a creepy dude. There's a chick who's like this super hot mulatto chick, and she can, if you touch her, she's kind of like Rogue. If you touch her,
she pulls your power.
You absolutely want to do her, like uncontrollably want to do her. So she like walks through clubs and just touches dudes.
Have you seen me?
She's a giant mega slut.
Have you seen me? I pretty much already did. Absolutely want to do her.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is
it on Hulu only? You think I can find it on the intro?
No, it's I don't know if it's a Hulu exclusive or if it's a BBC production or something like that, but it's definitely British because it's very hard to understand these people talk, and it's also they are the music on this show is entirely loud, and then the music goes away, and they all talk like this. It's all very, very quiet and very proper, like. And then the music comes back, and it's super duper loud, and that's a little irritating. But if you can get past that, solid show. Check it out.
Premiered November 12th, 2009, and will conclude December 11th.
That's right. It was a TV
2013.
show. So it was on TV because it's 5 seasons, like 6 episode seasons, and they're done.
Yeah, and it's almost a wrap. I'm trying to see where the people can find said thing that you referenced on the said podcast.
Hulu.com.
Besides Hulu. It looks like you can find some snippets on the YouTube. Watch full-length episodes of Misfits at Misfits. I can't be real. Never mind, I take it back. That's not real. That's bullshit. They almost got me to
check it out on Hulu.
Check it out on Hulu. That won't give you a virus like that website almost did. I almost gave you a virus, and I don't mean in the traditional, hey, you might want to go to the doctor kind of giving you a virus.
I already want to go to the doctor. I feel like shit.
Why are you dying?
I don't know, because I got sick, because my wife was sick, and I thought I made it, and then like last Wednesday I suddenly knew that I didn't make it.
I'm supposed to be the sick one.
Yeah, it didn't happen this time.
In the head. Waka, waka, waka.
Whoa, I see what you did there. So, are you an Eminem fan, Corey?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
There's some in there, because I am more of an Eminem fan than I am of just about any other forms of hip-hop.
Okay.
But there are, I mean, like, I like way more of his library than anybody else, but there's other hip-hop that I like, and rap that I like.
He's got a new CD out. It's called the Marshall Mathers LP2. Have you heard this?
El Duce, yes. I wasn't impressed with the name, and you know how I'm always concerned about a name.
I
get it, the LP2. I get it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I still don't know the problem.
It's a sequel.
It was a joke.
You understand. Okay.
It's an awesome followed CD. Up with the name you already used. Okay. Yeah, it's an awesome CD.
It's a sequel.
Okay, but you downloaded it on iTunes, so it's not even a CD. It's an awesome digital file.
It says LP.
You just said it's an awesome CD.
Oh, whatever. So what I did.
I said you downloaded on iTunes, which is also factually incorrect. You downloaded from Google Music or whatever.
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
I tried using Google. This is a hot tip, folks. I tried using Google Play Music's unlimited service for $10 a month. You get a free 30-day trial right now. If you have an Android phone, Google Play is like marketed directly at you. Let me tell you a little thing about Google Play Music. Sucks. It sucks. When you download,
Whoa, Google's a potential sponsor, sir.
Well, this one product of theirs is garbage. When you try to download a song, like if you let's say you like a whole album, like I like the Marshall Mathers LP too. So I downloaded it. Except I didn't actually download it. I cloud stored it. So it's always on. I can't listen to it offline. It will always be using data or Wi-Fi. So if I listen to that shit in the car, data. It's using data instead of downloading, and that's bullshit. Rhapsody, on the other hand, does download for offline play listening. So I endorse.
That's much more convenient.
It sure is.
I
used a lot of data this month, dude. I used a lot of data.
I've been blowing up my data too.
Just listening to music on the Google thing, I used 4 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. I got a gigabyte of data left.
That noise. Fuck that. Rhapsody. You can download unlimited stuff on one single device or access it on any computer. That's the caveat there. Is it's only good for one mobile device. But you download, you have offline play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cough button. Rhapsody's been around forever.
Yeah, and it's dope.
We used to be really freaking glitchy. I'm glad to hear that they got it worked out, hopefully in time, to make a reinsurgence and actually be something useful and not just one of the MySpaces and
I have had a
Napsters.
couple of issues with Rhapsody, but nothing that I can't look past for the ability to listen offline.
Yo, Rhapsody, I don't like the cut of your jib.
I'm looking to replace
Stop
Pandora.
cutting that jib that way. iHeartRadio.
Oh yeah, because that's free. Yeah, for sure.
And you can listen to the custom station just like Pandora, or you can listen to Brain Fart, or you can listen to Real Radio.
Yeah. No. We all, I think, know by now how I feel about commercials.
I know. I'm just saying you have your choice in the two if that's what you want to do. See, I did that little rhyme scheme there.
It's very smooth. Speaking of
rhymey.
rhyme schemes, I have a couple of my favorite lines from the Eminem Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
Would you like to hear them?
Oh, surely do. Wait, would there, sir? Whatever. I don't know. Move on.
It's like backhanding a donkey. You get your ass smacked in the mouth.
I'm a backhand yo donkey.
You're pointless as Rapunzel with cornrows. Let that one sink in for a minute. Rapunzel, in case you don't know, is the chick from Tangled with the super long hair, who climbed down a...
Rapunzel.
I don't know. Yeah, that
Let
one.
down your hair.
Can't in cornrows. Come back in 6 hours.
Well, I have my Puerto Rican friend undo them for me.
The shit I complain about, it's like there's not a cloud in the sky and it's raining out. Got a Kool-Aid stain on my couch, I'll never get it out. Bitch, I got an elevator in my house. I love it.
I got a Kool-Aid stain on my couch.
Yeah, he's like bitching because he's got a
that I'll never
Kool-Aid
get
stain,
out.
but he's also got an elevator.
But I have an elevator in my house, so
I'll just get it on
guess
the
it's
couch.
not that bad.
He just bought a mansion for Kim. He's having built. They got back together, and he's having a mansion built for 5 miles from his house.
I feel like we're being had again with this Kim and him story.
Oh, whatever. I don't care. I like his music enough. I feel like I play for the Saints. I just want to hurt you. I like that. One's very topical.
I kind of want to hurt you too.
Says
Right now, no. I'm not doing NM lines. I'm
you're-
looking at you.
you're gonna kick me while I'm down. Huh?
I'm telling you right now, I kind of feel like I want to hurt
You're
you.
gonna take out a sick guy? Pussy.
With a beer bottle. Smash!
Well, I'm drinking, dude. I'm nuts, but who wants a plain M&M? That's a
Like it's a
double
peanut
entendre
M&M joke
it's
there.
like, even Helen Keller knows life stinks.
Because it's the one thing she could do with the
That's my
stink.
personal favorite one.
That's a good Helen Keller joke.
All right, so
Did you know Helen Keller had a tree swing? Neither did she.
That's not nice, Corey. That shit is hurtful. Luckily, this is a podcast, and they don't make Braille for that.
It's only hurtful if you're deaf, dumb, and blind. Yeah, they don't do a lot of podcasts.
Oh my God, I never realized the power we have to make fun of deaf people this way.
And we live in Rochester, New York.
Little known fact, I have had a couple of run-ins with some deaf people, and I have a couple of equality problems with some deaf people.
A well-known fact, maybe not so well-known, I don't know. Rochester, New York is the second largest deaf population in all of the country.
Luckily, this is a podcast, and they can't hear me.
Not a goddamn... All this ROCpodcast.com and AirWreckRadio.com
I don't get none of
falling
it.
on deaf ears.
We need to have a Braille internet.
That would be useful.
Yeah.
Would it work like the AP and have like a ticker tape?
Yeah, you know what? Wait, they're not blind.
Oh, they're deaf
This
people.
whole Braille
that's
thing
not-
is just not making any sense at all.
Oh, we need a podcasting TTY service.
Yeah. I was just
Somebody-
thinking, why would they need Braille? They could just read the transcript or whatever. You know?
Hey, you need some service. You need some service they can call and it'll type out the transcript for them.
Blind people? I got nothing against blind people. Those motherfuckers got it hard. And I'm not saying deaf people don't have it hard too, but like honestly, why can they talk in a car to their deaf compatriot
We've
and I
covered
can't
this.
call on a cell phone?
We've covered this.
I don't care. It pisses me off. I'm
It
gonna
should
say
piss
it
you
twice.
off. It should piss you off. It should make you want to revolt.
So
No? All right.
no.
Damn it.
You want to hear a story about a fucking retard?
Sure, take the stick while I grab a beer.
That's a harsh. It's rude to call people a retard. This guy is not, I think, actually retarded. He just looks it. This is from.
So you can associate.
Yeah, sure.
You feel for me. I just look retarded.
This is from our trusty, reliable old source, CNY Central. That's centralnewyorkcentral.com. An Auburn man is accused of taking his own money and faking theft. Now pay close attention here. This guy's a genius.
Wait a minute. Taking what now?
Hold on. His own money. So this guy,
Then why would you?
36-year-old Charles Updike Jr.
Updike?
of
Dyke.
Howard Street, is charged with falsely reporting an incident and making a punishment false written statement. That's a weird way to term that, but whatever. So Chuck here goes to the ATM and he takes out thousands from his Bank of America account.
$3,000.
Over the course, just thousands, it says, over the course of September and October. And then he reported to the police that somebody,
Punched you in the
somebody
eyeball.
stole his money from the ATM. Like,
Some goddamn
somebody was
motherfucker
using his card
took
at the
my
ATM.
money. Does he know that there's cameras in those things?
He does now. He did not then. Police obtained video footage of the person who was making the ATM withdrawals. They say the person in the footage was Updike, who was claiming to be a victim. Police say the investigation took up about 15 hours of the officer and detective's time in paperwork, follow-up, and arrest.
Updike's a down liar.
What a moron. This guy, you know what though? This guy, you know what makes this guy so fucking stupid is that he thought he was a genius. He was sure that he had the scheme, man. He was. He's sitting there on his couch and it just comes to him, right? In a moment of epiphany, he's just sitting on his couch and goes, I can't believe nobody's ever thought of this before.
Dun dun dun.
Going to the ATM. And then over the course of 2 months, goes to the ATM, makes a bunch of deductions, and then says somebody stole his fucking car. What a moron. I love this guy. He's an idiot. Looks like an idiot, too. Check him out on cnycentral.com.
His name is Chuck Updike.
Chuck Updike.
Chuck you up. Up, Chuck.
There's a joke there. Chuck
Updike. The Dyke. I mean, there's... Vinny, write a joke for that.
Anyway, that's what a moron. What an arcane maroon.
What a maroon. What are you, retarded? What are you, retarded, kid? There's no way to make this like a good idea. I cannot imagine what state of mind did this seem like this was going to work.
Wear a mask, stupid. And that would be better.
I want to know if he took the cash that he got and wrapped it in tinfoil and put it in a stove for safekeeping.
He put it under his tinfoil hat, this fucking idiot. With this town, they'll never recognize me. Criminal
I wish you would have just worn a Batman mask or like the old school.
Any mask would have been better than just showing up, using the ATM and leaving and being like,
just wear the old school like masquerade mask where it's just the black over the eyes and nose.
If George W.
With the
Bush,
string.
yes, if George W. Bush had not been born to the money that he was born to, I could see him doing this. I can definitely see that happening.
This is
It's a good idea. Hey, Jet, I got this idea. Thank God for stupid people. They're so easy to catch.
Who else would do our content for us?
Yeah. Speaking of content,
all right.
Do we have a winner on our impossible made suddenly extremely possible contest?
What? I'm sorry. What contest are you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think that on AirWreckRadio, we want to give you $20.
We've just been friggin' really begging.
Have $20.
And it's been sitting here.
Christmas is coming, guys.
Cash like money.
Even if you don't want it, win it, and then give it to the Salvation Army bell ringer guy, man. That guy will feel like he did a really good job when you give him a $20 bill in his thing. Make sure he sees it, though, because giving only feels good if people see you do it.
Because giving only feels, that's why you give.
That's why they have people working
in
those kettles, is because it makes you feel guilty. If they just had the kettles there,
be empty.
The kettles would be gone.
They'd be full of trash.
They'd be gone.
Scrap metal! Free scrap metal!
Or full of money and then some scrap metal, I guess, if you're...
No, because you're not going to be any money and it's going to be full of trash.
Anyway, we had a contest where we wanted to give you $20.
How much?
$20 whole dollars.
Cash like money.
Cash like money. And all you had to do was find audio from our lost 3 first episodes. And
1, 2, 3, they're out there.
And when nobody was able to do it, we laid some carefully concealed clues in last week's shows. We still don't have anybody who wants that $20, so I'm going to pull the curtain back just a little bit more for you. And
this is not the calm, rational way you were speaking about this earlier.
Live people, I want you to put your fingers in your ears because I don't want you to get a jump on the download, people. Got your fingers in your ears? Good. Most of last week's show, in fact, I would say everything except the very tippy tip of the intro, was episode 3.
Just the tip, baby.
Just the tippy tip. So all you gotta do is just get some audio from that and send it to us.
Anything after the 6-minute mark.
And we will give you $20.
That's not music or a piece of somebody else's production.
Now this is only good for one person.
The first person.
Hold on, now this is all relevant to the live people. Live people, go ahead and take your fingers out of your ears now. Okay, now they can hear us.
All right. The first person who gets us a sample of any bit of audio from last week's show after the 6-minute mark that's not music or production commercials, then you win. You friggin' win $20. Here's $20. And the only 2 people who are not eligible are me and you.
And my wife.
She is eligible as far as I'm concerned. But if you don't feel she's eligible, that's your problem.
Also, Angela Shaw, you are not eligible, but we will get you something for Christmas. She definitely knew.
Yeah, she absolutely
the whole time. But like,
she didn't do it. So.
That's just because she's been there since the beginning. So, yeah.
She's heard every episode of AirWreckRadio and Sports Wreck.
It's not that you're not going to win $20, Ange. It's that you're not going to win that particular $20. But
this contest was kind of designed for you.
AirWreckRadio is going to tighten you up because you're a good-ass listener.
Oh, yeah. Tighten it up.
So.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, baby. What?
I don't want to. I've been giving it to you for almost a full break now.
Well, aren't you? You don't have anything else to give?
Let's play some.
I haven't sucked your dry yet. There's got to be some more juicy news in there somewhere.
Do you want another story?
Give me some news.
All right.
Quick news, come on, give it a little bit more before we go to break.
How about I just cough all over? Now your ears are going to get sick, listener.
Their ears had AIDS from listening to us anyway.
Their ears, if they've been listening to us for very long, you're right. Their ears are already sick. So our good friend Chuck Schumer,
Chucky boy.
This is the.
So we got 2 more on Chucks in the news today.
Yes. Wow, there was a tie-in there. We should have prepared this.
Show prep, whatever that thing is.
Chuck Schumer, our representative to the New York State Senate,
Oh, okay.
is concerned about 3D printed firearms.
I am concerned about them as well.
A federal law that bans weapons created by 3D printers will expire next month, and Schumer is trying to get the law extended. Schumer says 3D printing has advanced to the point that anyone with $1,000 and an internet connection can come up with the plastic parts that can be assembled to become a gun. These firearms are considered particularly dangerous because they can't be detected by metal detectors or X-ray machines.
That's the ones that are made out of plastic. I want to be very specific. 3D printers print out of lots of different things.
Sure they do. Schumer says while 3D printers are a miraculous technology, efforts need to be made to make sure they are not being used to make deadly, undetectable weapons.
I agree with everything he says.
My problem with this...
I don't believe they should be banned. In the sense of the word that you cannot do it, or, you know, if you have the CAD program, you're going to jail. If you look it up, you're going to jail. Now, however, if you get caught in possession of one, and it is unregistered, it is like any other unregistered firearm,
Yeah,
and you get to go to jail.
that's really the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I would be completely in favor of a registry that works automatically with no back ways out, where if you printed the gun part,
It's like Windows, man.
It flags up, you know, it flags you, it makes you behave.
Will there be loopholes? Of course there will. There's loopholes in everything.
I just
But
think
how many
that
unregistered firearms are real firearms are on the streets right now?
to make a blanket law that says you can't do that, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
People are going to do that. How about, Chucky, how about this?
Statey.
How about we try to find a way to get some legislation in place that makes it a little bit easier to figure out who's likely to misuse guns and figure out how to prevent them from that. I'll tell you, one big way is to improve education in this country. Education is proven fact lower crime.
That's
One
how
gets
that works.
the other.
That's how
One
that
gets the
works.
other. But, you know, that's not good. You're not going to win elections with that kind of talk. So, you know, he's got to get reelected, and he's got to make these snap, stupid, short-sighted decisions. You're not going to ban this effectively. It's not going to happen. That's naive to think that's going to work.
I also want to know what else is on the bill. What else is what is earmarked? What other civil liberties are they taking away besides now what I can manufacture in my home?
You'll be forced to Hail Mary at an abortion clinic.
Oh, God. Listen, okay? I can almost understand the guys that kill abortion doctors, because there's not more. I've never felt more rage in my life than towards the picketers of abortion clinics.
You're really moving on here.
Sorry.
Damn it.
Did you have more Chuck Schumer?
No, I wanted to beat that war drum a little bit more, but whatever. Abortions. That's fine. I got a story for that, too. Let me just move it. Click, click, click.
I wish just you mentioned something that
Go
I
ahead.
had a thought.
No, you're right.
We don't have to go into any more
It's
details.
too late.
on it. But
Don't let me derail you. This is the timely time to start talking about this news story.
I don't know if I have anything else other than I can almost understand where the psychopath loser lunatics who kill abortion doctors come from, because on the opposite side of that coin, I've never wanted to hurt anybody more. See how I pulled that back? There was a K at the beginning of the word hurt. See how I pulled that?
Yeah, good job.
Then picketers at any abortion and any gay picketers. I really, these makes me want to fucking hurt people. So I can almost understand.
I can
Very
completely
passionate
understand.
subject.
If you are hard up right to life, if you're a right to life the way I'm pro-choice, then I can completely understand how you could rationalize killing somebody to save however many babies you think you're going to save. And you're going to save a few.
Now, you killed somebody, so you're a psychopath.
But
let's get that straight.
I don't agree with that.
You killed somebody who wasn't attacking you or your family. You're a nut job.
I don't think you're right. I think you're wrong. I don't agree with that statement at all. I don't think that somebody who... I'm not saying that I like that people do this. I'm not saying... I want to be very clear. Killing people is wrong. Killing fetuses is also wrong, but I think you should have the choice to do that. I don't think you should have the choice to kill abortion doctors. But the sad fact of the matter is, before there's law, you do have that choice. I mean, you do. You just do. And some people choose to act on that because they think that what's going on is so heinous, it's worth their sacrifice of their freedom. And I don't think that that's psychopathic. I mean, it certainly requires some level of get-or-donedness that average people don't have. And it's not exactly healthy behavior, but let's stop and think objectively about what abortion is.
Psychopath
that
is
behavior?
Listen, psychopath isn't the clinical word. I probably used the word wrong. But if you kill another human being,
like a fetus? If you were arguing with somebody
the
who
debate
was
would be
pro-life,
whether a
that's what
fetus
they would
is a
say.
human being or not. We know there's no debate whether the abortion doctor was a human being. There is debate whether the fetus was.
Not to a pro-lifer. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Is to a pro-lifer, there's no
But
debate.
to nobody on the planet is there an argument that the abortion doctor wasn't a human being. That can't be argued. So clearly he was a human being. Who wasn't attacking you or even involved with you or your family closely. You have mental illness. Sorry. Even if you rob a bank and kill somebody, you had mental illness.
So soldiers have mental illness, would you say?
You know what? You know what the funny result of that is? Is no, soldiers don't have mental illness when they go. They're paid to go. But guess what happens when they come back? Just chock full of mental illness. It's kind of a funny cycle how that works.
I would have been completely alright if you'd have said yes.
No, I don't agree that clearly there's going to be a population of them. It's a large group of people. There's going to be a population of them with mental illness. But no, those are people that didn't have the mental illness, who were forced to do it, who come back with that mental illness.
I think that you're looking through your objective lens as though it's not objective. And I'm not trying to be critical. I'm only playing devil's advocate. I completely agree that it is not okay to kill abortion doctors.
And if you think it's okay,
and you should have a choice. No, I don't have an if-then for that. I just think it's not okay. Certainly, then there are criminal charges that will be brought up against you. If you should do any kind of act of violence against another human being, you are going to deal with legal liabilities.
Yeah, well, that's what goes without question. It doesn't matter what you're talking about.
But when it comes down to right or wrong, past a legislative matter, I don't think that I don't think I can accept an argument that says that they must be psychotic. So I mean, you're entitled to that.
Like, that might not be the right clinical word.
Oh, I know, but I understand the meaning that you're giving, and I just don't agree with you. But I'm not trying. I didn't mean to silence you.
No, that's okay that you didn't silence me. That's fine. Let's just speak, and I kind of gave you my opinion.
I wanted to debate that.
I gave you your final word there, and then we're going to move the fuck on.
Good debate. Bump it, bro.
Oh,
all right.
It's rock and hard place. Once you know you're not going to move somebody, you just got to fucking...
Punch out of this one. We're both...
Let's punch out of the break.
It's amazing how we can fucking disagree about things we agree about.
We have
an uncanny ability to not agree with each other.
Well, let's get out of this break, so take us to that.
That's what you get. I want to point out, this is what you get for being like, let's do another story. We went from 3D guns to abortion.
Oh, well, it was fun. Fun for me. That's why we do this. Remember? Remember when we started this, we decided that we were going to do this for us?
Yes.
And then listeners are great, but past that, we were just having fun playing radio.
I still feel that way.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
That was a fun break as far as I'm concerned.
Listeners, I hope that you're having fun, too. Live listeners, hang in there. We're gonna
No
come
way
back
they're
live.
having any fun.
We're not gonna play any music. We're just gonna chit chat. I think we're just gonna leave the mics on when we go for break.
Yeah. The music sounds like horrible dog shit because of what I got going on here.
So we're not gonna do that anymore.
You know, we're done. Until I fix this over here,
It's not worth it.
I'm
Open
not
up
doing
your own
it.
music and listen to us chit chat in the background when we go to break. This has been your first break of AirWreck Radio. When we come back, we are going to have your second break of AirWreck Radio.
I've been eating my bran and raisins, keeping away from the TV stations, doing my chores out of doors, grinding coffee beans, keeping my nose clean. I got no time for little green devils. Little green devils. I could be worried by the situation. I admit I was surprised by the confrontation. These concerns can be overcome as long as I keep beating on the drum that drives out all these little green devils. Little green devils. Oh, those little green devils biting at my ankles, oh, trying to tip me off my level and put me in a tangle. It's the little things in life that'll drive you nuts, make you feel like hiding in a pyramid with King Tut. Disappointments are everywhere, up and down and in midair. I declare I got no time for little green devils. Little green devils. Little green devils. Little green devils.
Salutations, ROC podcast listener. I'm here to tell you about my show, the Shoot to Thrill podcast, featuring yours truly, Marcus Cox, the fanciest newsman in all of Rochester. There's also some other people. Join us every week to hear me, Rochester's best-looking newsman, Marcus Cox, and those other people whose names don't matter, as we entertain you with lovely segments like The Creep Off and The Fancy News, brought to you by me, Marcus Cox, the most entertaining newsman in Rochester. Not some bum like that Don Elhart. Anyway, listen to Shoot to Thrill on rocpodcast.com, iTunes, or on your mobile devices via the Stitcher app, which is short for the word application for you lesser educated peoples.
I met her at the Star Wars convention. Did I mention she was looking for love? I had to call her bluff. Lady, you don't mean how that sounded. That 1,000-pound dude in the no-fat chick's shirt's astounded. Thought she'd take it back. Revoke, rewind, rescind, retract. You heard me, she said. I'll take any man here to descend to the cave where you conquer the fear. And I'll steer you to the side to force you choose. Somebody's standing up here now. Who? This girl, you have to understand, would not look out of place on the arm of an attractive man. So the geeks in attendance got jaws on the floor. One extends his saber, but he tripped on his cloak. I stepped to the front, then I spoke. I ain't spitting game, look, I got a Wookiee hat on. But these guys here are used to getting spat on by girls. See, you put them in shock, and this ain't the right con to quote Mr. Spock, but it's highly illogical to me. Girl looked me in the eye, said, is your mind free? 'Cause I've got something for you. It is shiny, it is clean. Come on up and I'll adore you with my yellow laser beam. wind up the buns in her hair. I declare that I'd like to be Luke, unless that's a bit too perverted for you. Well, I could be Jabba, a Jawa, an Ewok when we talk. Ooh, like a bleak block. Wait, I've seen all the flicks, all the books that I read. I don't recall any character tied to the bed. But that's alright, I'ma just pretend that I'm encased in carbonite. Why, that's a nice gold bikini. You make that? Shows off what you got, no mistake. That's one fine view of Chewbacca you're giving me. Lower that down here. We'll be living the linguistic lifestyle of the protocol droid. Then comes the part where I'm not overjoyed. Fire, she said, and before I could scream, got a steaming mouthful of yellow laser beam.
All right, folks, welcome back to AirWreckRadio. It's time for to headline news.
Oh, I got it queued up. See here.
I don't have my headphones on. Oh, I can hear it anyway. They're louder now. Today in the headlines, we already started the headlines, so let's just moving right along.
But we wanted to play the production. God damn it.
I really like the headline news production, so it's got to be introduced at some point in the show.
God damn it.
Let's see. Where should we go from here? Walmart is thinking about paying its in-store customers to do same-day deliveries of online orders in lieu of using current delivery service. In return for this type of crowdsourcing, Walmart may give gas reimbursement to those in-store customers.
How is this?
Walmart sees this as a way to gain a substantial advantage over online retailers like Amazon that don't have brick-and-mortar stores.
Wait a minute.
This story makes my head hurt. Yeah.
So Walmart's big idea is that you can go to their website.
Yes.
And order things online. This all sounds great.
Yes.
And have it shipped to their store.
No.
No?
No.
They will ship it to your house.
They'll take it right out of the closest store's inventory, and some other Walmart in-store customer could run it to you on their way home. And in return, this kind person gets gas money. Walmart has found a new way to pay people a little bit less. Walmart, you're the biggest employer in the country. Can we stop cheaping out on things?
I don't even understand. No, I'm still fucking... Stop. Back it up.
Okay, all right.
Beep,
we're backing up. Backing up. All right, whoa.
Beep.
Whoa, you're going to hit the wall.
All right.
Hey, folks, welcome back to AirWreck Radio. It's time for headline news. I think you hit the wall, Corey.
Played. Walmart.
Yes.
Okay.
The People's Walmart.
Let me just run through, because I don't quite get it. So let me do it like,
okay, no, that's fine.
Like a retard type situation.
I got a pretty good handle on this story.
All right, so I'm in Walmart, right? Because I need underwear, pickles, tires, and mayonnaise.
And a TV.
And a television.
And a Kit Kat.
Well, I'll get that when I'm in the checkout line.
Well,
but I haven't decided that yet.
Obviously, you're in the checkout line.
Yeah. I haven't decided that yet. And a seat.
Yeah, while you're there, pick me up a Kit Kat too, please.
All right, I get you. All right, anyways. And I'm like, so I'm standing there, and there's a little like a kiosk, I guess.
You guess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this.
A kiosk of what? Like
where you can be like, okay, I'll do a delivery for you if I get a couple bucks.
I think.
And you'd be like, yeah. Like, are they walking around asking people, like, man, did you drive here?
I think that. Hey, bro, what are you doing, bro? Bro, you busy?
Can I get a ride, dude?
Hey, man, You like Walmart, right? Well, Walmart likes you, man. And you know what Walmart would really like? Walmart would really like if you would use your car to drop off our shit to some fucking stranger.
Ever have somebody who you really didn't like or you didn't know at all, you never met before, I asked for a ride, but they offered you so much gas mileage, gas money, you were like, fuck yeah!
This has never happened to me. But
I thought you worked for Marks.
I did.
Ba-doom boom.
Oh.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
It
I
was
didn't
just a
see it. I wasn't
show.
with you on it, but now I see. Yes, I did deliver pizza, but I also received an hourly wage, which was abysmal, and great tips.
I said, you didn't want to do it, you didn't know him, or you didn't like him, but the gas money was so good.
It's all right, yeah. Pizza deliveries, it's a job, it's a profession. Walmart could even have Walmart delivery service with employees.
I've given people
who would do that.
I've given people I straight up did not like rides 4 hours away because they offered me ridiculous $100 gas money.
I don't think
I had
Walmart...
a Honda. He offered me $100 to drive him 3 hours away. So that was $20 in gas for me.
Are you suggesting that if that was the deal at Walmart, you'd be all on board?
Personally?
Yeah. I would. If that was the deal, I'd fucking hang out at Walmart a lot more, man.
I would. That'd be my new job.
Hell yeah, especially if people started tipping people for that shit, because honestly, you should tip a motherfucker who brings you your TV from the store.
That would be my new job. That would be my... I'd file a 1099.
But here's the thing. It's not a job. Walmart is specifically saying they're going to use in-store customers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but like I don't know how it works. Are they I'm sitting in line at the checkout with my pickles, my tires, my mayonnaise, and my underwear,
and they're just like,
yo man, can you do me a favor?
Why don't you stop this by Dick Grayson's house on the way home? And you're like, Robin?
What it'd be like every other store you go to. They'd be like, can I have your zip code?
I think.
Can I have your zip code? Please, can I have your zip code? And you give them your zip code, and then what's going to happen is it's going to pop up on their screen. Oh, within 5 miles of this house.
Right. I think that the most logical way for Walmart to implement this
our gas saving program
would be to introduce it as an app for smartphone users
that alerts you.
Hey,
Hey,
your GPS says you're in a Walmart or in the vicinity of a Walmart. You might get
a
shipping
notification.
alerts. Hey, pal, you want to do Walmart a solid? We'll get you back by enslaving your entire goddamn country's workforce.
We'll get you back with some more burning dinosaur,
don't you
exhaust creating horrible stuff.
Well, shipping is, it's kind of an inevitability anyway.
That pesky paying for somebody professional to take things and deliver them to other people in a professional manner.
So in a
pesky job making.
I know. What kind of irresponsible businessman is creating jobs in this economy? I need that money. Oh, God.
Couldn't hire. Now, had that been the case, if Walmart was like, listen, we're buying trucks, we're hiring guys, every Walmart's now got its own fucking delivery trucks, we're delivering, baby.
This is the absurd part about this.
They would beat the hell out of Amazon.
Maybe. It's very expensive. Insurance is the business cost of having a local delivery service. Would be expensive. I think it would be restrictive.
If anybody could implement it on a large scale, and if you used it in volume, it would work. Walmart.
The thing, have you ever ordered anything on Walmart.com? You can't pick that shit up in the store.
Thought you could. That's stupid.
It's so fucking stupid.
Do they USPS
So they're like, 1, 2, skip a few. We'll have some other slut bring it to you, but you can't pick it up. Currently, you can't go pick up your thing you bought at Walmart.com, but they're not even concerned with that. They're just going to jump right into having some other asshole bring it to you.
How many times do you think people don't get their things before this idea goes to hell?
Fuck, I deleted the story. What was that guy's name? Chuck Bushwhack or whatever.
Updike.
Updike.
Chuck Updike.
Bushwhack, Updike, whatever.
How many times does Chuck Updike go, I got a brilliant idea.
I'm going to Walmart.
I'll deliver that TV for you.
Yes, I promise. Scout's honor.
How many times are you going to chase people down?
So that's what Walmart's getting up to. It's good. Just in time for the holidays.
That's
too.
some good use of your time. That's what I'm telling you. And power and affluence. Largest employee in the country, one of the largest companies in the world. So if 1% of the population controls 99% of the money, Walmart controls
all of the money.
All of that?
Yeah.
Like
all of it.
How does that work?
Oh, that's called economics, my friend.
Oh, okay.
Let's get Ronald Reagan out here to talk to you about it.
Oh, the downfalls of capitalism.
Trickle down,
sir.
man. It's good. They won't keep it
But
all
you're
at
a
the
good
top.
capitalist.
So, Walmart is looking to save money by crowdsourcing their deliveries. Excuse me. Governor Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew, it's so hard. Every time I hear it, I'm like, Mario. No, that's his dad. Shit.
Governor Andrew Cuomo says he's also going to outsource some jobs. This is hang in there.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Governor Andrew Cuomo wants to save taxpayers money by outsourcing some government management jobs to private industries. This is a long story. I recommend you read yourself on WHEC.com. That's News 10's website.
I thought I was going to start screaming. Uh-huh.
Clerks and things like that. He wants to outsource these jobs
to private industry, which does seem to run much more efficiently and streamlined.
It does seem to run much more, but I gotta say, that's private, public,
I'm sure there's some jobs that still, you probably still need your security clearance and your background checks and all that. You're just not a government employee.
The contract is currently with a company called Dat Rose. Dat Rose. Which Rose? Dat Rose. Right there. The contract is says that Dat Rose was. I'm sorry. Let me start this thought again. Dat Rose was awarded a contract that could pay up to $20.6 million over 5 years, depending on how many placements it makes for the state. So it's up to $20 million, depending on how many government employees get replaced with these hired people. Is it that the hired people have cheaper wages, lower benefits? What?
Okay, what it is that it doesn't come out of the taxpayer pool.
It does, though. It just comes out as a bill instead of as like an itemized report.
It's going to be cheaper because what you're not doing is paying for health care, giving them good government health care.
Yeah, we should ascribe to that. I like it. All right, go ahead.
They're not getting the sweet vacation time packages.
Yeah.
They're not getting the guaranteed severance packages.
Yeah.
They're not getting the 401k same meeting. Like, they're not getting the 50% chip in from your employer that the government gives you or whatever ridiculous shit it is.
Yeah.
I pay bill, so $1,000 a month.
Okay,
and
but
it's not my fucking headache anymore.
You know who still gets to get all those things? Governor Cuomo.
Well, yeah.
Why don't we outsource that job?
Listen.
Hey, let's put private industry in charge of more government because think of all the money taxpayers will save.
I own example. I own a small business, and this business is a soda machine.
That free plug on the small business that you own, AirWreckRadio.com.
Yes, that one. There's a soda machine. The soda machine, I have two choices. I can either buy my own and be responsible for all the upkeep and all the maintenance and all the electricity and all
you can be solely
but I make more money per can.
Right.
Or I can outsource that, use somebody else's machine, don't care about the maintenance, don't worry about it breaking down, don't worry about stocking it, none of that, and make a little bit less money on the can. But either way, I get to drink cold soda, so I'll go with the cheaper one. Personally, I get cold soda either way. Either way, the soda machine's making me money. I'm going to do the one that doesn't require me to do any work.
You know, I don't
Here,
feel
lease this thing.
I don't.
Take it.
When it comes to leasing vending machines or leasing your government out, I don't really think we're talking about. I understand the analogy you're making, but I just don't think it's an equal playing field like that.
It shouldn't be. The problem, you're right. It shouldn't be, dude. But the problem is when they come down to the numbers, it's the same thing with bigger numbers.
But this is a little more important than just what the numbers say, and I'm not
And you're
prepared.
right.
I'm not prepared to argue that they
don't give a
shouldn't
fuck.
do this. I just
You're pretending your government gives a fuck about you or the people you work with or live next to.
What is my government? I mean, just stop it. What is that?
We're doing New York government.
But I mean, are they the
You're elected
employees
officials.
that push the papers through the folders, or are they just the elected people?
You're absolutely correct.
I guess that's my point here, and I don't know the answer to that question. I have no arguable stance to take on the question, but whatever you say, I'll argue it.
I stand behind the statement that you're right. It is more important than a vending machine in my small business.
I can't argue with the fact that I'm right.
When it comes
You've
down to
beaten me.
when it comes down to the formula of pennies and nickels, it's the same thing with bigger numbers. And
yeah,
we agree that it shouldn't be, but they don't give a fuck.
It would
They
definitely
don't
be
care.
cheaper, and cheaper is great for short-term things like grocery shopping.
And you still got people paying taxes.
It's cheaper is great for a lot of things, but like, isn't better what we should be looking at? Like, it's just like we're looking at the wrong thing, guys. We're not. It's not the clerks. I mean, it might be a little bit the clerks, but I'm telling you right now, it's bigger things than the clerks.
Let's
saying.
start with, before we start firing and
But I'll tell you what.
and outsourcing, let's start with page 1 of the policy and work our way through and see where the kinks are there.
I'll tell you right now, if Anthony Cuomo was like, we're going to close all the DMVs and you'll just be able to do all your things online.
Okay, Tony Cuomo.
I would be like throwing my hat up in the air. I'd be like, woohoo! Wahoo! Wahoo! Yes. Wahoo! I no longer has to go to the DMV. I don't want terrible women to deal with. This is wonderful.
It's AirWreckRadio. Land of two silly voices.
I would feel really good about if they closed the DMV, but this is not that. Potato, tomato.
And the characters that they do.
All right, I don't want to do the abortion clinic story anymore because I don't want to argue about whether it's okay to kill abortion doctors. Obviously, it's not.
I like how you boiled the conversation down to whether it was okay to kill people.
Don't
and
kill
we
people.
both agreed it's not okay to kill people.
So here's the, you can find, search an abortion story. You'll find one that'll interest you as much as this one will. Do that on your Google.
What if I promise to keep my mouth shut?
AirWreck
You run it
Radio
through real
has
quick.
become a place for solid news tips.
Solid news.
I don't feel like doing this story. Do it yourself.
I don't feel like working. It's 2013. Do it yourself, you lazy bitch.
The headline sucks. I had to read this whole story to have any idea how ridiculous this situation was.
Could you at least give us a headline?
All right. So, no, I won't. I'll give you the synapse. There's one whole abortion clinic left in the great state of Mississippi.
The beautiful state of Mississippi.
And it's about to get closed down because in Mississippi they recently passed a law that says that abortion clinic doctors have to have admittance rights.
What?
I think here's the thing. I don't know exactly what admittance rights are.
Dude,
but
I bought a ticket. It said I got on the road.
It has to do with the fact that you can check a patient directly into a hospital. They don't have to go through the screening at the emergency or anything like that. You can say, go to the hospital.
And right now, according to Mississippi medical license, whatever, abortion doctors, gynecologists, I would imagine.
Most states do not require.
Don't have admittance privileges.
This particular.
You don't require it, but they don't allow it. Can you get it?
Oh, sure, yeah. You could definitely. Yeah. A hospital doctor could have an abortion clinic on the side. And he would have admittance rights.
Okay, I'm assuming a gynecologist, right? could I get admittance
I don't know
privileges?
that all abortion doctors are good.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, okay, personal care doctor.
Could a gynecologist get you?
An oncologist. Could any doctor with a medical degree and a license get admittance rights to a hospital?
I don't know.
See, that'd be a good question.
Assertively, don't know.
That's a good question, because if it's just, listen.
Way to pat yourself on the back about the question, though.
What?
That was a good question. Go me.
Go me. I'm amazing. If it's just another loophole you have to jump through, because they could say.
That's what it seems to be, is it's just it seems to be some little backdoor thing that they came up with. They were like, this lady drives a blue car. She's got the last abortion clinic in all of Mississippi, and she drives a blue car. All we got to do is make blue cars illegal, and she can't get to work. Problem solved.
That's exactly what this
That's
feels
what this
like.
is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is, but I don't know the particulars about what it actually exactly is.
But I can see it be like, listen, dude, all right, it's a medical procedure, and though most of the time it's very routine, we feel that there's a time where admittance to a hospital might be required. And in case of emergency, when you're dealing with a surgical procedure, as it's considered, you got to be able to get them to the hospital immediately if something goes wrong. Like, there are doctor's offices that can do minor surgeries in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
Your dentist is one of them. Do they have admittance rates? Do they have to have them? In Mississippi.
That's a good question. That's such a good question that I'm going to find the answer of that.
You should do that.
That is a very good question.
See,
why don't you tell yourself, too?
It was a very good question. I'm very good at this. Yes, I am. Do we have to do this in the middle of the show? Or?
You brought it up, man. You shouldn't ask the question you didn't want to answer.
All right.
You know what I love best about Mississippi? Spelling Mississippi.
MISSISSIPPI.
It's such a fun word to spell. You just feel like you're so good at typing. And then you look at what you typed and it says Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah. Mississippi.
Oh, God, did you just sound like that guy that we work with? Oh.
I
don't want to say it. We should either choose.
Right.
We should choose talking or silence, because at least with silence I can pull it out later.
Does a dentist in Mississippi need admission rights? The American Dental Association might have the answer. Oh my gosh. No, they definitely don't. No. A dentist does not need admittance rights in Mississippi.
Okay, and but the question is, in Mississippi, do they have surgical rights? Because I know dentists can do small surgeries.
I don't know. I know vaginas don't have teeth, but they can.
We call them scurry. We call them the screw vagina. Hey there, lady. Can I see your pussy? Snap, snap.
I'm over this story.
All right, let's move on, because
this place over some stupid ass fucking loophole that they just. And hey, man, again, these people think they're doing the right thing, and maybe I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe they have a a logical good point that this lady's clinic is not the best. If you read the whole story, you find out that she has a track record of like untidy booksmanship. And honestly, if you're gonna run an abortion clinic, you probably ought to follow the straight and narrow. I'm thinking.
Yeah, just do your best to conform with the guidelines. Make sure you wear, bulletproof vest. Keep your head down. Go through the back door. You know what I'm saying? When you go to work, you gotta go to the back door.
So you
gotta make sure you take a real convoluted route home. I mean, you gotta go through New Mexico and shit. And, this was Mississippi. I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I wasn't going on your journey. I'm sorry. I just wasn't.
God damn, you just won't ever go with the bit.
I'm not feeling well enough to imagine your.
You never do anyways. Even when you are well, you won't go with the bit. That's your bit. Is that you won't go with the bit?
I tried to tell you. I don't want to do this story anymore. I did. I know I did. There's audio somewhere. Friends, find the audio. Send it to Corey. I'll give you a pat on the back. And Corey will give himself.
Good question.
Corey will give himself a pat on the back. So, did you hear? I'm going to move on now. There was a bus driver who took a knife from a kid and lost his job.
He took a knife and stabbed the kid in the throat.
No.
Okay, he
do
took the knife and he threatened to stab the kid in the throat.
No.
Okay, he took the knife and said, "Ha ha, got me a new knife."
No, there's a fundamental flaw in your statement. He did not actually take the knife from the kid.
But this is what you said.
He coaxed. I'm sorry. Then there was a flaw in my original statement. He talked the kid into giving him his knife.
He requested the kid's knife, and the kid willingly gave him the knife.
Yes.
And this was so that he could stab the kid in the throat.
It was so that the kid would not stab other kids.
So I asked you to comply with what would probably be a good safety decision.
Yes.
And you willingly complied with said safety suggestion.
The bus driver,
You're fired.
He heard there was a commotion on the bus about a kid having a knife. So he stopped the bus and pulled it over. He, well, I guess that's not in the right order. He pulled the bus over and stopped. You couldn't stop and then pull. Well, you could start again, but that would be unsafe. Anyway, he approached the kid, and he told the bus driver told the kid, "I'm not going anywhere until you give me that knife." And after a little bit of coaxing, he got the knife from the kid, and everybody went on about their merry way. Everybody got home safe. Nobody was hurt. No negative outcomes here.
Okay.
And then the school district fired him.
I'm full of good questions. Immediately after, did he report this situation to his supervisors?
Yes.
Fill out any appropriate paperwork that comes with confiscating a knife from a student.
Yes.
Burn school to the ground. Okay. Protest sign that says give
the school
Updike his job back.
Would you like to know why they fired him?
Yeah, what is their explanation for him doing his job and then doing it thoroughly and then getting fired?
A failure to follow protocol.
What protocol?
When a child is believed to have a weapon,
you're supposed to stab him in the throat with it.
You're supposed to inform the police. If you're a bus driver, this is the protocol. Hang in there for a second. The bus driver is supposed to pull the bus over, open the bus's bonnet for our UK listeners, and then call the police.
International sign of distress.
No. Yes. And then he's supposed to inform the kids that there's mechanical trouble after he's called the police from under the bonnet. Bonnet means hood for our American listeners. So he didn't call the police and let them. He's not supposed to confront the situation. He's supposed to passive-aggressive his way through it until the police get there. And I understand the reason why they have this policy is because there are a lot of fucking John Wayne bus drivers.
Give me the fucking knife, and he goes, "I'll give you the knife." Bam! It stabs you in the throat.
Bus drivers aren't trained to handle this situation. However, some people. This guy might have been a soldier. I don't know. He was Polish. Well, still is Polish, I believe. His name is Kalazewski. I don't know. It ends in a ski.
Listen, and you don't know the demographic of the kids.
You don't know anything about this, and I don't think it matters.
Yes, it does.
Let's assume I'm going to take the part of the assumer that this bus driver made a judgment call, and it was the right one because everything worked out just
not everything,
except that he lost his job.
Not everything involved needs to involve the police. Not every bad decision in your life needs to involve you being brought to criminal charges.
I'm saying. Now, should this kid have a knife in his pocket at school? Fuck no. Did I have a knife in my pocket at school every day?
Yes, I did.
I did. Every single day. I carry a knife on my person every single day, and I'm not going to stop doing it. A human being should have a piece of steel to hand. A responsible young adult.
Mine broke, and I still carry it.
A responsible young adult, it's arguable these days if they should or shouldn't.
Not the school. That's on the school. The school I did because but you know what? It was against the rules then.
Yeah, it sure was.
For a good reason. And if I had been a moron and people had found out about my knife, I'd have gotten in trouble, like I should have. But I was reasonable, and my knife was only for utility purposes, and I knew I wasn't supposed to have it.
Right.
So you don't go cutting purses in the middle of a homeroom.
You should be able to trust that your teachers are going to know the difference between somebody who's okay.
And this kid had a Swiss Army knife in his pocket.
And this, I mean, I don't know what kind of knife this kid had. It was a pocket knife, but that could be anything.
But you get my idea. I mean,
yeah.
The difference between a kid who brought a Swiss Army knife, just, I got a knife, look at that, guys.
Yeah. It's got a spoon and a fork on it.
Yeah, cool, guys. And a guy who's like, man, I'm going to cut this motherfucker from ear to motherfucking ear. That dude's different.
There's a lot of gray area between what you're saying, but what you're saying is not on valid. And I think that this policy is meant to deal with the fact that we have to turn, like, schools and administrations need to turn, there can't be gray area. Can't happen. Lawyers, they don't accept it. Everything's got to be black or white.
Either way, this is bullshit. The police, you ask bus drivers to do one thing, right? Yeah. What's that one thing? To take the students from point A to point B and then B back to A safely.
I wish this guy was my kid's bus driver. He seems like he knows how to handle a situation.
And what did this dude do? Handled himself chill and made sure your kids got from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And then back to A safely.
Could any number of terrible things
got arrested.
Happen? Could any number of terrible things have happened? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to distract from that. It's a very good point. Nobody got arrested.
And nobody had to get arrested.
Now, with his the path that he chose, could numerous things have gone horribly wrong?
Yes.
Wake up, folks. Your kids are on a bus. 42 million Americans will die every single year in car accidents. 42 million. And that's okay. Nobody got hurt here. But because that probability changed just a little bit, a minuscule amount, that he got fired? Bullshit.
You made a point. There's a gray area. There's a level of judgment there. I mean, the guy received his training. The guy knew what the protocol was. He wasn't asleep during his training. He seemed like a good bus driver. He probably knew his training inside and out. He knew what the training was, but he had judgment. He made a judgment call.
Yeah.
Is this situation dangerous? No. I'm going to handle it like it's not that dangerous.
I can't get along with a procedure that says you must call the police.
If I felt the situation was dangerous, flip, phone, 911, this nigga's trying to kill me, get over here.
How about calling the police? This kid, you're there with car troubles, the police show up. You don't know this kid. You're assuming now that this kid is dangerous. You assume that you have to call the police because this kid is dangerous. Well, you don't know how a dangerous person's going to react. Maybe he starts fucking stabbing people when the cops show up. Cops are much more...
I stab people. Sorry.
4 or 5 people every day. I'd like to see you shrink about that shit, but there ain't no fucking way.
Oh, God, what did I do?
I feel like everybody who listens to us might be very disappointed to know that I know a lot of ICP songs.
Oh, God, what did I start?
Not a juggalo, but I kind of like their music. It makes me laugh sometimes. Other times it makes me mad. Then I stab people. Serial killer. It's a bad habit. I killed Tony Lucky Charms and the silly rabbit.
Stop.
Okay.
Before we can't use this show on YouTube, flag us for unoriginal content. Those prickly, rude bitches, man. They will just... Your content is trash because you said 4 words that sound like somebody else's 4 words.
There's the creepiest looking baby on my news feed right now. And listeners, I'm sorry that you can't see it.
I'm looking at pictures of people doing drugs.
Look at that weird ass baby.
Oh my God, that is a creepy looking baby.
Goddamn eyes. Now we shouldn't make fun of him in a public way because that's called bullying.
That
and a bunch of moms on Facebook got in big ass trouble over it.
I agree with you that you should not bully people. It would be rude for us to say that baby looks like he's missing about half a chromosome. On the podcast. It would be inappropriate of us to say that baby's forehead was bigger than a spade shovel.
His eyeballs are like, he looks like one of the gray people.
It would be inappropriate of us to say that baby looks like he's been on a crack binge for at least 6 to 7 days.
Yeah, that would be inappropriate. Holy cow! Oh, all right. You see what's going on here is this guy is using a filter on his video thing and just making shit look goofy. Wow, that poor kid.
That baby has a baby chihuahua's hair.
Nobody can see what we're talking about, so now I feel guilty about the fact that I got sucked into it. Friends, I'd like to apologize to you and remind you once again, I'm not feeling so well today, and my mind is easily wandering.
That baby had a jaw like a reptile, good for dislocating and swallowing small mammals.
Yeah. Yes. That's all I had for headline news.
Oh, we're out of headlines
That's
already?
We are out of headlines. You have made it. Congratulations, friends, listeners. You've made it all the way through headline news.
The headline news.
I'd like to ask you to please check us out on where? AirWreckRadio.com.
Okay.
Or you can use Stitcher to listen to us. You can check
that's
us
where you
out
can hear the show,
at
yes.
rocpodcast.com. And while you're there,
That's
check
an
out some
important
other
one.
shows.
Check out all the shows. Not some of the shows. All of them. Do it. Don't give me any guff.
All right, whatever.
Give all of them one listen.
It's all or nothing. Either you listen to all of them or you stop listening to us right now.
Whoa.
Oh, I see. We make exceptions. I got it. Okay. Back it up. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome to Break Time on AirWreck Radio.
Oh, thank you for joining us on AirWreck Radio. Please. Doors are opening and I'm getting lost into what I'm doing.
That's why I said welcome to Break Time.
But it's my turn to go out and I wanted to go out and do the break. Goodbye.
Days you lose closer and the shadows they creep, and I know it's not right, but I'm falling asleep. The surroundings everywhere. Run away. The blood that cannot compare. Containing constraint, but encouraged to ask, and the everyday motion, such a meaningless task. You can agree to agree or disagree what you see, but what you don't think at all is what they're keeping from me. The surroundings everywhere. Run away. The blood that cannot Rise against the pull you crazy. Settle down or pull you lazy. And the six with no relief. Never knowing who to believe. Don't trust the man or the media. Man's a living encyclopedia. Smart child from California. Homeless prophet trying to warn you. Socialistic is the clear. Liberal professors penned in. Evangelist on television. Left-wing, right-wing idealism. History with no conclusion. Total blatant non-intrusion. Rescue or revival fear. Let it be the rest.
Average white man. They never have my best interest at heart.
That's true.
Never.
That's actually
They
100%
never could
true.
have
No.
it.
I mean, plus, in your interests, you want lots of donkey sex.
That's not so much donkey sex.
Oh,
I just
I
would like.
misunderstood.
I'd like the donkey to talk dirty to me every once in a while.
I don't think that's asking much. Why can't the donkey initiate? I'm just saying.
Join Pat Sevens and Roy Q. Gordon every Friday for a new episode of Average White Men.
Fingertips and and boring. The agony and the irony, they're killing me. Wow! I'm not sick, but I'm not well. And I'm so high, 'cause I'm in hell. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. And it's a sin to live so well. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back to Eric Radio. Thank you for holding into the break and listening to a word from our family over at the ROCpodcast.com podcasting family.
Check that out. It's rocpodcast.com. Home to all of your favorite local podcasts.
/family /we rule. No?
Sure. I think it's hashtag, though.
Hashtag.
I don't know what backslash means. Is that some new internet lingo the kids are using?
/. It's actually with the old lingo.
Oh. How old?
I don't know.
I don't remember that
It'd be
either.
more of a reference to a URL, so.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know
Old
how to
enough.
write the internet at all.
You You're lost.
Can't
aren't
do
you?
it. I am.
If
I
it
definitely am. I'm
doesn't end
hanging
in
on by a
.com, you're out of there,
fingernail.
aren't you? I don't know anything past the .com. I don't get this Twitter you kids are using. I don't understand it.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Meh.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Really? You should update yourself with this internet thing.
Well,
you know, it's the new
fuck
rate.
it. I don't need to. I know how to work a typewriter. I'm good. Paper will never go out of style.
Do you want to make sure that that statement's true?
Not really.
Are you sure?
I feel confident that I don't have to do any research to find out if that statement is true or not.
I think you do. I think you should. Do it right now. Do
Live
it
on the
air.
radio right now.
Yeah,
You want me to
do it
find out?
right now. And I want you to put the microphone down so they can hear the click, 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 click.
Corey, I am afraid to disappoint you. I am not going to do that.
Oh. Why? I need somebody to create content for me.
I'm not going to. I would create content if the need arose, but I don't think I would do it by searching the relevance of paper versus the internet these days.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Didn't you have some big, some topical thing you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, but
instead of bullshit.
I'm trying to skirt it.
Oh, what?
Trying to skirt it. You know, go around.
You're
not
taking
doing
the long way to the grassy knoll. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm taking the long way of the grassy
Well,
knoll.
sir, your good friend has provided you with a segue.
And I'm not showing up for the friggin' parade at all. 3 days ago, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the day that John F. Kennedy was killed.
Did we celebrate it?
I don't know that celebrate's the proper word.
I don't know what the right word is.
Observed.
There you go.
Would be
That's
a good
it. Yes,
word.
we observed the 50th anniversary of the John Fitzgerald, I think, Kennedy
Yep.
Assassination. America's greatest conspiracy theory hoedown.
Yeah, you said the reason why I wanted to bring it up on the show is you said it. And we were talking about it at work today. That it's probably the most common conspiracy theory. I keep adding the word American to that. Most common American.
I bet it's probably the
subscribed
most
to.
common worldwide. I bet Americana is so immersive that it's popular worldwide.
They say that somewhere around 75% of Americans believe that there's something fishy. Maybe not everybody's willing to say it was, the Russians, or it was the mob, or it was the government, or it was Lyndon Johnson. But some of them, at least 75% of them, are willing to say that something's fishy about the story.
Yes.
So that's why I wanted to do it. That means that pretty much all of our listeners will at least have an opinion.
Yes.
Supposing they made it this far.
Listener, I would like to inform you, as I have informed Corey, I am of virtually no opinion about this. So,
in the fall of 1963, U.S. President John F. Kennedy performed a political tour of Texas to draw up public support for his 1964 re-election bid. The president and his entourage flew into Dallas, Texas on Friday, the 22nd of November, 1963.
Wait, we just had one of those.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So it's called an anniversary.
I know.
Falls on the same day every year.
Yes.
This time it was 50 of those year things away from it.
Yes.
Yeah, anniversary.
I'm sorry for that derailing.
And proceeded through the city of Dallas in a motorcade. At approximately 12:30 p.m., the motorcade rolled into Tealy Plaza in downtown Dallas and passed the 7th-floor Texas School Book Depository building. Several shots rang out. Both the president and Texas Governor John Connally, who was also in the presidential limousine, were hit. The president died. The governor survived. Approximately 88 minutes later, a man was apprehended by the local Dallas police. His name was Lee Harvey Oswald.
I didn't know. I heard a lot of different podcasts talk about the Kennedy assassination as though I would, like, by default know everything there was to know about it. But the sad truth of the story is like I didn't really start caring about. I currently don't ascribe to much opinion about the Kennedy assassination, but I didn't know the story. I didn't know until bloody now, that the governor of Texas was also shot.
Yes. Only one of them took the bullet to the head, though.
Right. No, I did know that only one person was killed that day. I didn't know. I might have had an idea that there was a second person shot, but I would have definitely not known who it was.
Lee Harvey Oswald was a former U.S. Marine.
Didn't know that either.
He was a registered sharpshooter. He earned his credentials as a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
As a Marine. He was also a well-known, and this is not a conspiracy, he's well-known public fact, that he's a public communist.
Yeah.
He was part of the Communist Party.
Yes.
Funny thing about it, though, after 88 minutes, I was kicking your dog, sorry, not you. They apprehended this man in 88 minutes without any real camera footage, because they hadn't found the Zapruder film yet. Without any modern technology or computing abilities, without modern forensics. Within 88 minutes, they apprehended this man, and he claims the whole time to be a patsy, a fall guy, a rube.
Well, I think that seems obvious, but are you saying that you think that he didn't shoot the president, or what is it that you're saying? What
my personal opinion,
do you ascribe to?
The government says he shot him. My personal opinion is that I feel that the bullet came from that location.
Where
I feel he shot him.
You feel Lee Harvey Oswald
shot him from that book depository.
Do you think he?
Okay, let me back that up. Actually, I can't even say that. I feel that he was shot from that window of the book depository.
By
somebody. I don't subscribe to the grassy knoll theory.
What is that?
The bullet didn't come from that angle; it came from another angle and across the way.
Well, slow down. I need you to slow down so that I know, because I don't know and I don't care enough to find out. But there's somebody in front of me who appears to know.
I got a couple.
I've heard about the grassy knoll, but I don't understand. I don't know.
Okay.
Any of the surrounding people always talk about it like you're expected to know about it, but I don't.
I will explain it to you. As they're coming through the parade route, they turn left onto the road, and they go past the
presidential procession.
The parade.
If you could do my woozy sick head a favor and abstain from words like they.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. The procession, the parade,
yeah,
the motorcade,
the president's
motorcade,
yeah, passes
the school book depository. As it passes it, a line of eye from the 7th floor, 6th floor. I'm sorry, I don't know that number.
An elevated floor in the school depository.
Line of sight puts the president's back. He was sitting in a convertible.
Yes,
puts the president's back and head in plain sight of those windows on that floor.
Now, I've seen footage. He was sitting on, like, the seat back,
He was
right?
sitting on the seat back, like not quite on the trunk, but
Like
he
the
wasn't-
back deck. He was sitting
up
on
a little higher. Yeah,
Yeah.
They were sitting up a little higher than just straight on the seats. And then as he's pulling, there was a grassy area to the right of the motorcade to the forward. So
Okay.
here's the building.
So ahead
they
of the
turn
motorcade.
past it this way, and then the grassy knoll's over here.
Okay.
Okay, because you can see in the Zapruder film, which is the only known film of the event, that his head snaps back into the left. Which, if you just take that into account, back into the left, I can see where you would think the bullet came from this direction, back into the left.
Yeah.
Okay? If you watch the film closely, his shoulders shoot forward. Just 6 inches or so.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
before his head snaps back into the left. As if the strike pushed him forward before his body went limp. And then when his body went limp, his neck went back.
Okay.
If you watch the splatter, the brain splatter that comes off of it, the spray, it's clearly the exit wound is on the front of the head.
Okay.
Splatter doesn't come from entrance wounds, it comes from exit wounds.
Sure.
And the splatter comes out of the front of his face.
Man, I feel like we should have had like a parental advisory before this segment. This is violent. I mean, we swear and talk about like all kinds of dirty things.
I talk about racial things, and I use the C word, and I talk about
this
drugs.
This is violent. This is rated R.
So clearly, in my opinion, I can see in this Zapruder film.
It seems that he was
the
certainly
back of his head,
yeah.
and exited the front.
So
His shoulders lurched forward with the impact.
Yeah.
And then he went limp.
So what is it that makes people think he was shot from the right? Is it because of the way his head
It's
jerked?
because the way his head moves.
But if you ever see anybody like any of that crash test dummies,
their head wobbles all over
when
the
they're
friggin'
in a
place.
rear end collision from a car. Your head does that same thing.
It snaps backwards.
It snaps backwards as
Yeah.
if you were hitting the front. I would think
That's
that
why I don't subscribe to the
a
grassy knoll
bullet
theory.
is much smaller than a car, but certainly carries all that same force.
Yeah, it's at least going to push you forward a little bit.
I mean,
before you snap back. Yeah.
okay, so this is the source of contention for people as
That's
far as
not the
physics.
only
but
source.
as far as the physics of the shot.
That's why they call it the magic bullet.
See,
even
I
though
would
2
contest.
bullets were fired.
My only contention with this would be just to point out that there was a huge motivation to not let Americans think that this was a Soviet thing, because we knew that we could win the Cold War without a hot war.
Without actually having a hot war.
Like our governing people knew that we could win that war of attrition.
I guess the standing theories are, it was a Russian hit,
and
or
we covered it up to stay out of a hot war,
or it was a government hit because he was too progressive, i.e. maybe Lyndon Johnson.
Yeah.
Had it done because he wanted the seat that he had.
I don't know if I dig that, but only because
That's
I
one
like
of
to
the
think
popular theories.
it's it's not impossible.
Eliminate the competition. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's also him and his brother were the Kennedys, and all of them were heavily connected with the mob.
Yeah.
So there's a theory that it was the mob, and I'll tell you right now why I don't think it was the mob.
Why? Tell me right now.
You're connected to the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, why would you kill
It
him?
doesn't matter how much money he owes you.
Yeah.
You don't kill that kind of contact.
Nah.
That's a
probably
good
not.
guy to have owe you money.
Unless you're trying to show everybody else what a
Nah,
badass
not the
you are.
president. You know what I mean? You kill Louis on the corner,
Yeah.
so the neighborhood knows. You don't kill the president.
Right.
There's no way
You don't
the
need
mob,
to tell the whole country.
One of the reasons. Here's a little fun fact: everybody knows who killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
Right? What's his name?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
All right. Who killed Lee Harvey Oswald?
Ted Kennedy.
No, his name is Jack Ruby.
Oh.
Who was a known consortant with the mob. Consortant with the mob.
Well, they killed his guy.
Well, you know.
Or he killed their guy.
There's no way the mob killed Kennedy. So it was either the Russians or it was an inside job. No question. Or the third and the one that they claim, and it does seem possible that it was just one crazy man with the access to the right angle, with the right weapon, with the right training.
Who killed Franz Ferdinand?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I have
Most
no
people don't
idea.
even know who Franz Ferdinand is.
So what do you think? You think it's the Russian thing?
I am going to, you know what? I'm going to answer that question. I was going to say that I care just as much now as I did at the start and have just as much of an opinion. But it turns out that I actually do have an opinion about this. I don't know who did it. I don't know who was the conspirator. I don't pretend to know. I don't have any theories about why he was killed. I don't have any theories about that. What I do have a theory about is that the story that we were given is probably was there to keep the Cold War cold. Because we could win a Cold War. It's very difficult to win a hot war with the Soviet Union.
If we're planning on going there to fight them.
Well, you don't want them here.
They're not coming here. They couldn't make it, and we knew it.
You don't
And
want them here.
the Soviet Union knew that they weren't going to be able to outgun us, man. They were in that war the whole time, playing catch up, shaking their fucking heads, going, "We got to catch up to the fucking Americans."
Yeah, you don't want to see them try, though. It
I'm not
doesn't really
saying
matter if they can win or not in that war. It doesn't matter.
They're tough. They're wiry. They're
So
wiry
that's what I
little
think.
bastards.
I think that it was the story was given to keep us out of a hot war, because that hot war would have been the hottest war ever. And it would have probably been very short.
I'm not Alex Jones with my black helicopters and police state. Actually, you know, the older I get and the more news I absorb in this new modern news age,
Stop
this new
jerking
internet
off your
news
mic
age,
stand.
Screw you.
Sorry.
He's not sounding so crazy anymore with this police stating thing.
He's
a little out there, but he's not as out there as I thought he was.
I listened to Alex Jones before the NSA stuff was out, and I thought that was what he was saying about them was absolutely correct, and I'm glad to see that I was right, sorta. Like I'm
sorta, kinda, not really.
Sorta not glad that I was. I wish I'd been wrong, and I wish he'd been wrong too. But just because he was right in that one thing, I'm not inclined to think that he's. I've listened to him recently, and I was like,
I'm not saying everything you said.
I know you're not.
Genius.
I know you're not, and I'm sorry to have framed that statement in a way that might be construed that way. But that motherfucker is crazy.
He's a nut. There's no question.
He is crazy. He's cuckoo for government, man.
Yeah, they're cuckoo for anti-government.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Is he an anarchist? I don't think he's actually.
No, he's not an anarchist. No, he just. I don't know what his political views are outside of crying the government's trying to get over on you.
Yeah, I don't think he would ever back a candidate.
Yeah, no, that probably wouldn't be good for his image.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you've got to
probably be like, this voting is a bag of hogwash.
Hanging chads. Hanging chads.
Hanging chads?
Reference to the Gore-Bush election. There was an issue in Florida with the voting because the punch machine didn't push the square punch out all the way. It hung off of the side of them. And that little piece of punch out is called a chad.
Oh, I see.
They're called the hanging chads. Some people say it was a setup. Some people say
I was just going to say, some people call it a fix.
Some people say it was just shitty doings because the things were... Either way, the votes didn't get counted. With this new electronic...
What a messed up election that was.
With the new counting... Exactly.
Like, there it was, right there in front of us. We were all just like, yeah, whatever you say.
With the new electric voting counting and tallying, there, which is just all sorts of ways to fix that. How many slot machines you think the fix isn't in on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a math program. I mean, it's all just a series of random numbers.
Yeah.
You can set it to hit every X amount of times and not hit every X amount of times. Repeating forever and ever and ever and ever again.
Even a mechanical slot machine is a fix.
You can't tell me exactly. You can't tell me that you couldn't fix a voting machine easily. You can't tell me it doesn't happen. We find time and time again, it happens every couple of years, where you find senators or congressmen or smaller officials who get voting counts in counties that are bigger than the county's registered voters.
Maggie Brooks. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. I have a cough.
Goddamn Negroes strolling off to vote for them damn pussy Democrats.
God.
He's not.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, that's where we started on this. It was Kennedy, Alex Jones, voting conspiracies. I think I'm about good on that. I think I'm about spent.
Good. I cannot. I have an opinion about it. I think that it's a reasonably reasonable opinion, like I think all of my opinions are, and like most people think all of their opinions are, but I'm just not passionate about Kennedy assassination. It was.
I can't tell you what happened, but I tell you that the official story they gave you is bullshit.
What about the moon landing?
I'm for that.
You're pretty sure that happened?
I'm pretty sure that happened.
Because that's like, I think that a lot of people think like I do, and when people start talking about the Kennedy conspiracy, their mind instantly goes to the fake moon landing.
Here's my big difference, right? The amount of people it would have taken to get the conspiracy, the Kennedy assassination done. 5.
Yeah.
Guy who had the idea, guy who financed the idea, guy who found the guy who did it, the guy who did it, the guy who cleaned it up.
Okay.
Maximum.
Probably more than that.
The amount of people it takes to fake a moon landing.
Holy cow.
And nobody ever wrote a book, got rich off a news article, did an interview, went on TV, ever. No, the people that built the sets. The astronauts involved.
The astronauts built the sets.
The people who claimed to build the
Whoa, I want to blow your fucking mind right now. The astronauts who were on the fake fucking moon landing, they weren't actually astronauts because it was a fake moon landing. They were set designers.
Mind blown. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin are fucking set designers. They're internal designers.
That's why they never talked, because it's way cooler to be an astronaut.
And I have things like satellite radio.
Well, obviously we got to space since then.
And the internet.
I don't think anybody says we're not in space now.
We have feedback from this thing that is on Mars. Right? Called the rover.
What's Mars? Is that one of the stars that circles the Earth?
Yes, that's one of the ones.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that we're all the same page.
I don't want to get into that.
The Voyager.
I don't want to get into that Copernicus fucking character and all his conspiracies.
Voyager 2.
Sun at the center of the solar system. That's
Voyager left the solar stratosphere.
Voyager did that?
Voyager.
I think Voyager came back, but he
Voyager
left
6
Voyager.
comes back.
Christ on a crutch. This conspiracy thing is getting out of control.
That sounds like a conspiracy thing. That's a start.
Speaking of Christ on a crutch, you know what fucking Christmas song I hate?
What Christmas song do you hate?
The Little Drummer Boy. That song sucks. The ox and lamb kept time. That's stupid.
I have no gift to bring.
Oxes and lambs don't have very much ability for numerosity. They can't keep time. I hate that fucking song. Listener, if you hate that song too, stop it. You're making it hard for me to plug the things I'm trying to plug. Listener, if you hate that song too, I want you to do this. I want you to email New York Senator Chuck Schumer.
Who?
New York Senator
Chucky Boy? Chuck Updike?
No, different Chuck.
Oh, Chuck Schumer.
Just as creepy, different Chuck.
Damn. I want to email Chuck Updike. Will you get that for me too?
No.
Damn.
His email's at some penitentiary.
Dumbass!
If you hate The Little Drummer Boy, but love Christmas. If you hate short-sighted legislation, but still feel that legislation should be something that goes on, if you wanted to talk about 3D printed gun legislation or the size of your soft drinks, the legality of your McDonald's, I recommend that you talk to Senator Chuck Schumer. You can email him at, it's a mouthful, so get your pen ready.
And I am playing the PSA during this episode, so they'll get it twice.
I don't care. www.schumer.senate.gov/contact/contact_Chuck.cfm.
They have two. They've got a subcategory of contact.
Yeah, it's
underneath the subcategory of contact.
Modern government is a very modern thing, Corey.
Oh my lord!
Minds
Who's
such
writing
as
their
ours-
webpage?
Minds such as ours can't comprehend the complexities that they're dealing with. So, obviously, his website is /contact_chuck.cfm for a very good reason. And that's
That
because
is?
he's into clothed female male porn. That's what CFM means.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. I don't know that that's actually true. I don't want to be like sued for libel. I don't.
Oh no, that is absolutely true. I absolutely am into that.
I mean that Chuck Schumer is. I don't know what. I don't know or care what he thinks about porn. I also would like him to take a more long-handed view of policy, since he's been indoctrinated into the system so long. He should understand it's a little longer than just your election cycle.
I've been here 1,000 years and I'm never going away.
He has. He has been there a long time. But did you have something?
No, I was going to say, are we going to wrap this up anytime
Yes,
soon?
if you would have just
or-
held your horses.
Damn.
See your horses?
I
Get a
held-
handle on them.
I held majority of them. Just one got away.
Well, get him.
Got it.
Got him?
Yeah, it's right in my hand.
Good.
You want to see?
If you also have an opinion about the Little Drummer Boy song or any other Christmas songs, tell me what you think about Christmas songs. Tell me on the Facebook. That's facebook.com/AirWreckRadio. Tell me at Twitter.
On the
you can tell AWR Stace Ghost.
On the Twitter.
Or you can tell... hey, Corey.
Yeah, oh yeah. Huh.
Would you like to engage here?
No, I don't want to talk to you at all. I'm done with you. Show's over. I'm checking my
Okay,
phone.
well then you're not going to get any tweets, and neither is AirWreck Radio, because I don't know either of their Twitter handles.
Oh, you need the Twitter handle.
Yes, I was
at
doing
AirWreck
There we
Radio,
go.
at CW Payne, and at AWR Stace Coast.
That's very professional of you. I actually already had mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Well, I threw them all out there. I was checking my phone. I had bitches to check on. You know what I'm saying? I got
Email
a
us.
very busy social life. I got a calendar, a poll. I got shit to check on.
It's holiday season. Email us at airwreckradio@gmail.com.
That's right.
Your name and your address, and why you've been a good boy or girl this year.
Ooh, no. I want to know why you've been a naughty boy or girl.
And, well, then you have your own promotion, but this one's mine. I will send you a candy cane.
Oh, deal. All right, you know what? Deal.
Tell me why you've been good. Why do you deserve a candy cane, Little John or Little Jen or whatever your name is, boy or girl?
You send this white, flowing robe wearing, halo rocking, nerdy motherfucker a letter telling him why you're so goddamn good.
I don't want a letter. I want an email.
Email about how you're so damn good. You'll get a peppermint. You'll get a candy cane. Fine.
You don't even have to be so damn good. Hold on. You don't have to be so damn good. All I want to know is why you think you deserve a candy cane. I expect to giggle.
You write this dirty, debaucherous, nasty motherfucker right here an email, and I'm sending you some real chocolate and shit in the mail. I'm sending you some good shit. Fuck you and your candy cane,
All right.
you angel having motherfucker.
So here's what you do. You email airwreckradio@gmail.com. If you've been nice, head it to Stacy.
Oh,
if you've been naughty, head it to Corey. Corey will give you chocolate for your naughties, and I will give you peppermint for your niceties.
goodies. Ooh, you get peppermint for your goodies and chocolate for your naughties.
I feel like you
Bitch.
one-upped me. A little bit. I was trying to be holiday spirity with the candy cane.
Well,
I'll send you a tutti frutti fucking candy cane. Fuck you, you only get that once a year, bitch.
It's not one-upsmanship. We just have
It
like
is
a
now,
little...
because I one-upped you.
Oh, god damn
Yeah.
it.
Now
I'm
what? Are
gonna
you going to
have to-
send him some tutti frutti chocolate?
I'm going to send him a chocolate and a picture
I'm
of my
going to
cock.
send you a chocolate cherry. Nobody wants those disgusting things.
Listen, you send me some really I mean, you send me some shit that blows my mind. You send me
They'll send you a disgusting chocolate orange.
You send me some penthouse forum hustler type dirty shit, and I'm gonna send you some peppermint bark. Oh,
I am
escalated. What?
I'm about to get some peppermint bark. is the only response you're going to get. That's going to get peppermint bark.
I gotta tell
the
you,
whole time you're shopping for peppermint bark, you're gonna be pissed off that you have to send it to me.
if guess what?
What?
I have to pee.
I was trying to get us out
I'm
of
out
the
of
show,
beer and I'm hungry.
and then you one-upped me. Folks, those are the things we'd like you to do. Also, one more thing that we'd like you to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, you don't even have to have your headphones on. Turn your mic off. One more thing that we would like you to do. Two more things. It's kind of a caveat thing. Our good friends at rocpodcast.com
rocpodcast.com
would like it very much if people would write them feedback on their iTunes. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So I don't really know a lot about iTunes because I don't use it. But I think that when you subscribe to something on iTunes, you have the option to leave feedback. So please, subscribe to ROC Podcast. It'll make everybody feel better. It's the time of year to be giving. We're giving you shit. Give us shit. Give ROC Podcasts a little bit of feedback. I don't care if you never listen to anything on their thing but us. You can just
you can still listen to us through them.
Your feedback could just mention us and be like, their show AirWreckRadio is awesome, and that'd be like 2 gifts in one.
Sure would.
Which would be pretty
Look
cool.
how awesome we are.
I'll tell you
You're
what.
Welcome, Vinny.
You send me proof of that. Send me proof that you did that. I'll send you a candy cane too.
All right, listen. You send me titties, I'll send you $20. That's what the no.
I'm not going there. You
shit. All right, I'm not doing that.
I don't think.
We'll
I mean, I'm still going to get $20 from you out of that deal, but
no, we're not doing that. Screw that. We're getting
all right. So go to the ROC Podcast on Twitter. Subscribe. Give feedback, please. You can AirWreck Radio feedback there. I don't care. They don't care. We really need
4-star ratings, 5-star ratings.
We need ratings from people at ROC Podcast. It's going to be good for all of the podcasts to have that there. So please do that. Please listen to AirWreck Radio again next Monday night live at airwreckradio.com. We start recording around 8:30.
Yeah, boy.
Ish.
We're getting earlier.
We are. Well, we're a little earlier now. It's like 8:05. I don't know. By 8:30, we're recording something there, and you can hear it at airwreckradio.com every Monday between the hours of 8 and 8:30 and midnight or 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 4 a.m. Sometimes the show goes long. Good night, everybody. Peace out.
It's late in the afternoon, the sun rising high. There's nothing to do around here, and if there was, well, I wouldn't try. Taking my comforts, taking good care of me. Sitting down in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. Now wouldn't you know it, there goes the phone again. It's probably just another wrong number, but someone trying to sell me something I can't even see. Well, I got the solution, how to deal with this insanity. Just sit down in my easy chair and take a big sip of my sassafras tea.
I'd like to extend a very special thanks to Kevin Claus and Contact.com, freesounds.org, Audacity Software, Gift Rap Vendors, all our band friends, our guests tonight, my dear friend Stacy, and all you, our loyal listeners.
It's getting near evening, the sun going down. I guess I should shake a leg, climb in my car and roll downtown. Check out the city lights, all decked out in a tux and a tie. But I'm sitting in my easy chair, taking a sip of my sassafras tea. Now wouldn't you know it, oh, here come my neighbor Jim. He got the willies and the worries on his the solution.